Have you ever learned something that was supposed to help you, but somehow made you feel worse? Maybe it started with good advice, a lesson, a rule, a warning, and at first it felt useful, like someone was handing you a map. But then something strange happened. The more you learned, the less certain you became. You started questioning every move, every choice, every mistake. You've probably felt this before, looking at who you are and wondering why you're not better yet. Suddenly, life feels like a test you never studied for, and confidence gets trapped inside a tiny space called potential. So you try harder, you push yourself more, you collect motivation, productivity tips, success habits. But instead of clarity, you get overwhelmed. A voice appears in your head, one that's never satisfied. Every small setback feels bigger than it should. Every mistake starts feeling like evidence against you. And eventually, you stop asking how to grow and start wondering what's wrong with you. The strange part is that the lesson wasn't always wrong. Sometimes the lesson was simply given in the wrong way. You were taught to focus on how far you had to go, not on how far you've already come. And when every lesson becomes a comparison, confidence doesn't grow. It starts shrinking. For years, you may have believed confidence comes from becoming impressive, but that's not how confidence works. The harder you chase impossible expectations, the heavier they become. Almost everyone experiences this. This is where things get interesting. Some lessons accidentally teach you that you're never enough, not because you're failing, because you're constantly listening to voices outside yourself. What most people don't realize is that confidence grows in quiet moments, not constant pressure. Think about how children learn. They fall, laugh, adjust, and try again. They aren't calculating their worth after every mistake. They're simply learning. But many adults turn learning into judgment, and that's where confidence begins to disappear. Psychology explains this in a surprising way. Confidence is built from evidence of action, not endless information, not endless preparation. Small steps teach your brain something powerful. I can handle this. And that's when everything starts to make sense. The real problem wasn't learning itself. The real problem was believing every lesson had to become a rule. Some lessons are tools, not chains. And confidence returns the moment you stop measuring your worth every day. Growth leaves evidence behind. Little by little, the pieces start fitting together. Not because you became perfect, but because you stopped demanding perfection from yourself. And that changes everything. Suddenly, your past failures look different. They weren't roadblocks, they were practice. They were proof that you kept showing up. Most people never notice this. Confidence often grows from the very experiences that once hurt it. Every mistake can become a root. Every setback can become strength. The lessons that once felt heavy begin to feel lighter, because you finally understand how to use them. You no longer need to carry every judgment. You can let some of them go. And here's the beautiful part. You don't have to reach the top before you're allowed to feel proud. You don't need a better version of yourself to deserve confidence. You only need the real one. For years, you may have blamed yourself for feeling insecure, but the truth is very different. Sometimes confidence wasn't destroyed by failure. It was destroyed by the way you learned to see failure. So the next time a lesson makes you feel smaller, pause and ask yourself one question. Is this helping me grow, or teaching me to doubt who I already am? Match ho raha hai na? Thank for watching video. Subscribe for more psychology videos.